Let's see if I can catch the ending of the changing of the guards at Prague Castle here. They do that at every full hour, and I think at noontime there's also a fanfare. Let's see if I can see something here. Just catching the tail end of it. There we go. Now, Petra, what is this portion of? Is this part of Prague Castle already?
Yes. Well, this is the entrance to Prague Castle.
Okay.
It's the representative courtyard, which was built here in the 18th century. Actually, all, the most what you see from the Prague Castle when you look at the center and from here was how it was refurbished at the period of Mary Therese, the Austrian emperatrice, who after centuries decided to move to Prague. So she asked her to go to Vienna to see exactly the same architecture.
Oh, absolutely.
Because, this was rebuilt by her Viennese architect Niccolo Pacassi in the 18th century in classicist style. So these two men guard the castle and show you the power.
And you're saying it is, in terms of surface area, the biggest castle of Europe.
Yeah, exactly.
And this part stems from what, the 17th century roughly?
This part mostly stems from 18th century, but what is amazing is that at this point the Prague Castle has two entrances. The one we already went through and the other we are now looking at. But this is thought to be a gate where Baroque entered Prague. But this is the original entrance to the Prague Castle from the beginning of the 7th century, 17th century. And then the Prague Castle has been made even bigger by adding that gate.
Okay.
But there are many older structures which are hidden inside these houses. And there are even newer structures than mainly in the garden. So this is the second courtyard with the Baroque fountain.
Very imposing. Large castle square right here.
What was the really important point of the 18th century that really unified the castle and gave it a unique face, which made it so complex because before that there were a lot of structures, but it was kind of sparsely inhabited and it didn't look really representative. I want to show you the oldest church in the castle.
Sure.
It's not the cathedral. Surprisingly.
You said it's not a casino? Did I hear?
It's not the cathedral.
Oh, cathedral.
Okay. Not the cathedral. The cathedral isn't the oldest church in the castle area.
Oh, really? Okay, so there's another church.
There's another church which is much older.
Okay. Let's have a look at that. This church is definitely very old.
This church is very old, and you see that very small. It's now used mainly by cat or some other animals. Changing of the gas.
Yeah.
They change them every hour.
So from what age is this roughly?
Well, this is the end of the 9th century. It was the first stone building in the castle.
Okay.
At least as far as we know.
And the castle, is there anything on this side here? We just came from there, right?
So the only thing is just to show you that the one thing which was refurbished during the, let's say, reign of the first Czechoslovak president, Tomáš Garrigue Masaryk, were the gardens. And there was a Slovenian architect, Blachnik. I don't know, have you been to Ljubljana in Slovenia?
No, I've been to Maribor.
To Maribor. Okay.
I don't know if you did anything there, but the name rings a bell.
If you go by chance one day to Ljubljana, you will see an excellent architecture by Jožef Blachnik.
Okay.
But he lived in Prague for many years, and his goal was to refurbish the interiors and gardens of the castle for the first Czechoslovak president, Tomáš Garrigue Masaryk, which he did. And for example, this nice round staircase going to the garden is part of his work.
Let's just have another peek here. And it seems like the palace is freely accessible without admission fees. You can...
Well, the palace itself is accessible. Well, especially the palace which creates all the castle area. But the interiors you have to pay.
Yeah. But the outside grounds, can be accessed
if there is no important state visit.
Yes, yeah, of course. That makes perfect sense. Great.